Thank you, Miss Horsfall. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday's assembly. And just for this week and next week, we're having 2 assemblies a week just online through the YouTube channel. And that's just because we've got quite a few cases of COVID in the school at the moment. So it's better for us not to meet all together in the hall just for a couple of weeks, just for 2 weeks, and then hopefully we can go back to normal. But it was really important that we do continue with some assemblies. So this week, it's going to be Wednesday and Thursday. You'll have an assembly online. And also next week, we'll do an assembly on Wednesday and Thursday so that we do keep in touch with each other. And we were so excited this week about our assemblies because we were thinking all about harvest and we haven't had time to talk to you about it. But the other thing I'm really excited about is that Miss Horsfall's joining me as well today to help me with our assembly. So we never get to do assemblies together because we're normally, one of us is in the hall and one of us is in the atrium. So it will be rather nice to do an assembly together today. So we're going to carry on thinking about harvest. You know that we're having our own harvest festival, our harvest feast on Thursday. So we need to learn a little bit more about what harvest festival is and why it's celebrated at this time of the year. So I'm going to read the beginning of our harvest festival book. A festival, in case you were wondering, is a time when people come together to celebrate. And harvest festivals happen in the autumn. So there's a picture of a school. That's what assembly usually looks like. But look right at the front of that picture. You can see that just like us, these children are going to be gathering some food for people who need it the most. Just like we're going to be bringing our tins and dried pasta and things like that in on Thursday to give to Halifax Food Bank for the families that need it the most. Why are harvests celebrated? Well, crops are plants that we eat, and harvest is the time when crops are ready to pick, not just crops, but fruit and vegetables too. But this is what we mean by crops. So it might be corn, it could be barley, it could be wheat, it could be oats, and there are fields and fields of them, and the farmers have to get their combine harvesters out and their tractors to harvest all of the crops. And of course, crops such as wheat, the most common crop that we have growing certainly in Britain, are so important because each one of these grains of wheat is going to be ground and that will become flour, and from the flour that'll mean we'll be able to make bread and pizza dough and anything else that uses wheat. So it's very important that when the wheat is gathered in that there is enough wheat to be able to make all the food that we'll need for the rest of the year until it's harvest time again. But like I said, it's not just wheat, it's not just the crops, it's also about harvesting the fruits and vegetables that are also available at this time of the year. And guess what? I'm going to move my camera over now to Miss Horsfall because we have been harvesting, or rather Gardening Club have been harvesting, and they've been gathering in some amazing things from the school garden. So, Miss Horsfall, over to you. You've got a real harvest there to share with us.
Oh yeah, I've got some produce that the Gardening Club have picked for us. So first of all, we've got this amazing cabbage, and you can see there, it's actually quite amazing to look at. Looks quite flowery as well there. I'm sure a lot of you have tasted cabbage at home. I quite like cabbage myself. We've also got an onion. You can even see the roots there on the onion, which is quite tasty. We've also got, I wasn't quite sure what this one was actually. I had to ask Mrs. Gardfield what we called this one. And this is some chard.
You've just... hang on a second.
Quick.
Oh, it was the chard. The chard.
Yes.
Just turn the camera.
Yeah.
What I would do with chard,
Yeah.
I don't know whether people like Seth He'll know about this. I would slice it and use it in a stir fry, and it comes with a purple stem as well.
Right. Well, I've never tried that, but I think that's something that we could all try at home in our stir fries for sure. There's also some fruit here that's been picked. So we've got some apples. I do need washing here, but there's some little red apples, and we've also got this one here. What was this one?
Okay, so I think this is like the same family as the pumpkin. I think it's from the squash family, so you might add that to a stew.
And then I think we have got some pumpkins as well down in the garden, but I don't think they're quite ready for picking yet. But really, some really fantastic produce there. Oh, we've also got some small little tomatoes there, which I think a lot of people are a fan of. I'm personally not a fan of tomatoes, but they are really nice in salads and things, which we can have. So when we're thinking about harvest, it's really important that when we pick our foods, we pick our produce, that we think about things that we're giving thanks for. So if we've got, have a look at the picture here. Here we've got a picture of Harvest Festival and people bringing their food and their produce to give thanks for a good harvest. Now, a good harvest is really important, because if you have a good harvest, it means a good winter. And if you don't have a good harvest, it means that you're going to have a bad winter. So it's really important that the harvest is good, so that all the food is stored ready for the winter. That's where it kind of comes from, really. And to celebrate that, if you do have a good harvest, you work towards a great feast. And that's something that we talked about in assembly on Monday, about how we're going to be having our feast on Thursday in school with our hot dogs and our soup and things like that. We're going to be having our harvest feast. And if we look on here, it was quite a celebration. People danced and sang and had a really good time. And that's what we're hoping to have on Thursday when we're in our comfy, cosy clothes and celebrating our harvest with our tins and things that we bring into school.
Okay, so there we go. And harvest festivals have been going on and being celebrated for hundreds and thousands of years. In fact, they used to be probably even more important than they are now. Now that so much of our food comes from other places. But it's a good time to pause and to think and give thanks for all the things that we're grateful for. And in tomorrow's assembly, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to think about how at this time of the year, people give thanks for the rain, the sun, for the good harvest. But what else are we thankful for? What else are we grateful for? And we'll look at that tomorrow. So tomorrow, remember, you can come in. Let's go through these choices again. You can dress a bit like a farmer in a checked shirt and some jeans or some dungarees or something like that. You can come in some harvest or autumn colours, red, gold, brown, orange, any of those colours. Or you can come in just something cosy, something that kind of says, oh, it's autumn and it's cosy, and what a lovely time of year it is. And remember, tomorrow you're going to walk up to school. I'll be on the front gates. Maybe we'll have some tables or boxes out the front actually to collect your donations. No money on Thursday, no money tomorrow, but instead a can of beans or some dried pasta. I've sent your mums and dads a link to all the types of food that we would love to see. So whilst we're being thankful for ourselves and what we have, we're also thinking about other people and doing what we can to help everybody have a good meal, have a good harvest, and have a good year ahead. So have a lovely day, everybody, and I'll see you around and about school, and I'll see you in assembly tomorrow. Okay, bye from Miss Horsefall.
Bye, everyone.
And it's bye from me. See you soon. Bye-bye.